Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Intan Adelia Pertiwi from the Class H Constitutional Law Study Program. Here I will read the result of the journal that I have reviewed. Title: International Law and the Rule of Law, Journal Legal Studies, Volume and Pax, Volume 3, Number 3 and 57 to 74. Year 2016. Writer Rodoljob Etinsky and Bojan Tabik. Background: the rule of law cannot achieve its main goal, the protection of individual freedom and well-being, without international law. The peculiar characteristic of international law and international legal order do not harm the rule of law. There is nothing inherent in international law that is an obstruction to the rule of law. International human rights law plays a particular role in strengthening the rule of law. The revolt of the European Court of Justice against the arbitrary interference of the Security Council in human rights has opened a new horizon for the rule of law in relationship between individuals and international organizations. Research purpose: this journal aims at providing answers to whether international law serves the rule of law or hereinafter the rule, and whether it serves individual freedom and well-being, or it serves as a shelter for unlimited power of national rules. Additionally, due to the particular characteristic of international law and the international community as the community of sovereign states, the question is if international law is appropriate for any role in the rule. Some suspicions concerning the issue have appeared. Result: according to Hukum, the doctrine of the rule was conceived by Magna Carta Libertatum in 1215. Hukum states perhaps innocent incidental phrase in Magna Carta, providing that a freeman shall be punished only by the lawful judgment of his parts or by the law of the land, come to establish the rule of law. AVDC established the Anglo-Saxon doctrine of the rule as a limitation of governmental power by the law in favor of basic rights and freedom. According to him, the main element of the rule are equality before the law and legal certainty. Historically, the rule relates to the limitation of the absolute power of a ruler, but contemporarily it relates to the control of the state's authority by the judiciary. Concluding his lecture on the rule, delivery at Cambridge University on 16 November 2006, Lord Bingham stated that the rule does depend on an unspoken but fundamental bargain between the individual and the state, the governed and the governor, by which both sacrifice a measure of the freedom and power which they would otherwise enjoy. Standards of the rule have been defined by authors in various but similar ways. Some standards relate to certain qualities of the law itself. The law has to consist of general rules, publicly accessible, clear enough to be forcible, to enable people to understand what the law requires. of them and to predict the legal consequence of their action and what they can rely on so far as official action is concerned. The law should not have retroactive effects. The law has to be controlled by the principle of equality and to be in accordance with international human rights standards. Absence of arbitrary power is an important requirement of the law. The other standards refer to supremacy of the law. State governments, public authorities, institutions, public and private entities and individuals have to be subjected to the law and no one shall be above the law. The third group of standards distinguishes the judiciary in an organization of a state, an independent judiciary established by the law, procedural guarantees of fairness of procedures and allowing people an opportunity to challenge the legality of official action, particularly when it impacts on vital interests in life, liberty, or economic well-being. Advantage. Number 1. Currently, starting from the introduction or background. Number 2. The writing of this journal is regular and in accordance with the rules of journal making. Number 3. The words used in the journal are standard and appropriate. Number 4. Include notes and bibliography. Deficiency journals are not occupied with research methods. So, this reading my journal review and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.